G'day YouTube, Max right here, and right now we're asking the question, has altcoin season just started? Is it finishing? What should we do? And before this video ends, you're going to understand the exact metrics that I look at to decide, am I buying more into altcoins or more into Bitcoin? And it's going to make a drastic difference to the outcome of your investments, whether if you know the right answer to that question or not. Now this is kind of a part 2 video because in yesterday's video, I made a video which is, I think, probably one of my best ones ever. It's the easiest way to make money in Bitcoin. And if you click here, there. If you click up here, you'll see a little link appear. I highly recommend you go and watch that video first. And at the end of that video, I ask the question, okay, so now we know, and that the techniques I'm using to know whether or not Bitcoin's going up or down, then what do I buy, Bitcoin or altcoins? And it depends on what I'm about to show you in this show. So they kind of go hand in hand. So it's a little bit two-part series. I highly recommend you go and watch that one first. Okay, so now, using the Bitcoin chart, we've probably decided that we want to get into a trade. And then if we get confluence between the Bitcoin chart and an altcoin chart, then that's something that we really want to pursue. So, but before we even get there, we look at Bitcoin dominance. Now, if you want to see this chart, it is BTC.D. And what that is, it's the percentage market cap of Bitcoin. And in short, when this chart is going down, it means the altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. When this chart is going up, it means Bitcoin is outperforming the altcoins. And so we got a lot of history to play with here. For years and years, Bitcoin dominance was up at 90%. Then in 2017, we had this huge crash all the way down to 30%, where the altcoins, just the number of altcoins exploded, something to consider, but also their value kind of skyrocketed as well. And then during the bear market, we kind of, Bitcoin clawed its way back. Then throughout kind of 2020, altcoins was having the run of it in this downward channel here, okay? But then in the last sort of November, December, January, Bitcoin came back with a vengeance, getting the Bitcoin dominance all the way up to 74%. The entire market cap of crypto, 74% of that belonged to Bitcoin. And altcoins have fought back in the last month, and we have come all the way back down here, and we've been loitering in this channel here of around 60%, a little bit more. So this is one of the main charts that I use to decide, do I want to get involved? I use the Bitcoin chart to decide, is now a good time to go into the investment? But then I don't necessarily go into Bitcoin. I might go to Bitcoin or I might go altcoin, depending on this chart. And then I might go and look at the individual altcoins to see if there's a particular one of my handful of favorites that I think the chart looks really sexy, and I might get involved in that one too. So this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now, here's the main thing I'm looking at right now. The big question, has altcoin season just started? Well, a couple things to consider. We broke out of this upward channel here in Bitcoin. And by the way down here, guys, you go back and check my videos, I said we've bottomed out, we've hit this bottom trend line. I suspect we're going up and Bitcoin's about to outperform. And Bitcoin did outperform for several months, way above my expectations, overshot this blue channel that it was in and went all the way up here. So it's been a very good time to be in Bitcoin. Now we're coming back down. So now, when this broke out of this channel, this blue line channel right here, the question was, is that setting a brand new trend? And maybe this red channel here is going to be the new trend. And then, what do you know, it broke below that. And now we find ourselves, let's zoom in on this one a little bit here. We find ourselves where the Bitcoin dominance is not moving. And here's one of the reasons why this is so important. It's so easy to see, look at altcoins right now, and you'll see, Binance coin goes up 100% in a week, and all these coins just popping off left and right. And Bitcoin's doing some fun things, but whatever. But you forget about all the losers. So, just because, okay, it's altcoin season, is it really altcoin season if you're tracking sideways like this? The answer is no. I don't, because you can find coins that massively outperform Bitcoin, but you can just as easily find, bet your money on some trash in the altcoin world, and you go absolutely nowhere, and sometimes even backwards. So it's really important to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart to have a really good feel for whether or not the altcoin season is here or not. Now, this downtrend was a sharp altcoin season. Now, the question becomes, do we continue down, or has it turned around and go back up? So let's look at these trend lines that it's interacting with right now. Bitcoin dominance is between this blue trend line and this. I'm going to change this into a different color. Am I? Yeah, let's make it green. Okay. So Bitcoin right now is in this wedge, and you can see, I mean, we can extend this out a little bit, but eventually these two lines collide, and it has to break out of this trend. So let's go and look. This top line, this blue line, is a multi-year high. Started all the way back here in August of 2019, or actually September of 2019, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touch points. It's a very, very solid trend line. But this one, this green one, this is a multi-year trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, goes all the way back to January 2018, okay? So this is a serious symmetrical triangle we are right at the point of, okay? And now the question becomes, when we're gonna break out of these. We have to break out of them soon because pretty soon they collide and there's no room in between. So this is what I'm watching like a hawk. This is what I'm watching. Do we break below this? If we break below this, I think what we're gonna see is we will probably continue this move here, and we will it'll probably rapidly catch up to this trend line here. So if it comes off, if it breaks below here, I think it will fall off a cliff very quickly, and altcoins will go absolutely parabolic, just go crazy, right down to here, right, very quickly, and probably get down to this blue line before eventually reversing. I think that is the most likely scenario. However, this green trend line, not to be messed with at all. And so maybe we're going to bounce off this, and this green trend line is going to outpower this blue trend line, and we're going to push above here. If that happens, if we get above that blue line, then I think the most likely scenario is that Bitcoin dominance comes up to a horizontal line here. If we can get to it, it's going to be a tough one. Around, I'll place it here first, and let's see. It's here. We had a double top at 73, yeah? And if we break up above here, then probably most likely that Bitcoin dominance is going to come all the way back up into 70s. And that's just going to be, so here are a couple other predictions that I have for you. I really think it's more likely than not we're going to be $100,000 Bitcoin by May. Now that is a prediction I made in 2018, it's a prediction I made in 2019, it's a prediction I made in 2020, and now I'm making it 2021 as well. By May of this year, I'm pretty sure we're going to hit Bitcoin $100,000. Now if Bitcoin does double from here to get to $100,000 in these next 3 months, and Bitcoin dominance goes up, well, the altcoins are just kind of have a little bit of a lackluster time and miss out on most of those gains. If, however, the reverse happens and Bitcoin goes to $100,000 and altcoins, the Bitcoin dominance drops and altcoins get all the way down here, then you're looking at massive gains in the altcoin world. It's going to get the doubling of Bitcoin, plus the altcoins are going to outperform again even further. So this is what I'm watching like a hawk. Right now, we're in this trend line. We've been going sideways. It's a little bit of a whatevs. I can't decide which one. Are we going to break down or are we going to break up? And that is going to decide for me whether my investments that I make in that time are going to be altcoin related or Bitcoin related. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. If you like this content, make sure you go ahead, subscribe to this channel. We teach you the easiest and best ways to make money in crypto, all kinds of macroeconomics, and most importantly, your exit strategy for Bitcoin. What do you do? How do you take your profits out of there and invest it in other things, cash flow, hopefully, that you can just be completely financially free. Doesn't matter if Bitcoin's in an up season, a down season, a sideways season. That's what we're all about, teaching you here, giving people complete and utter financial freedom. So if that's interesting content for you, make sure you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button. Let me know if you liked this lesson on Bitcoin dominance, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.